for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
And the Clippers starting five. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. And there's Jackson, and it's George in at the 2 spot. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Jones, and it's Nurkic in at the center, filling out the middle.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And Jones with the stuff.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Jackson down low, covered by Lillard. Nobody near Leonard. A three-pointer off the mark.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft. That or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
George finds Morris, and he banks in the layup.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
It's McCollum on the wing. The shot. The Clippers grab the miss.
Everything worked except for the outcome. You want him to shoot that every time. I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim, he's likely to remember that one.
Deft touch on the alley-oop.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
Lillard against Jackson. Pass to Zubac. Kicks it out to Leonard from downtown. Rebound by Nurkic.
Just a little off to start this game. 1 for 5, looking to find some kind of rhythm.
And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Jones.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
For Los Angeles, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Jackson with it. Now Covington defending. Zubac. Three-pointer. Los Angeles with another miss.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And Jones slams it home.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
1:44 left to play here in the first. Batum scanning the floor. No good on that one. Now Portland takes it the other way. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Paul George is checked in for Rajon Rondo. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And Jones slams it in.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Here's George. They get it back. Kennard for 3. And it's Portland with the rebound.
He was too aggressive. That's already his second foul. We haven't even gotten out of the first quarter.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. Both shots good from the stripe. 58 seconds left in the first. Here's George. Oh, that was something else.
Letting it all hang out when George takes flight. Just enjoy the show.
Here's Simons, defended by George. Powell, the pass to Anthony. An easy 2 points on the layup.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And it's Beverly missing. And here's Portland. They're on an 18-7 run. Powell against Beverly. And it's Norman Powell with the three.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
It's good.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Trailblazers lead by 12. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And so far through 1 quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And looking at what we've seen, Trailblazers pretty much in control here.
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Batum is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's man in its small forward. And the jam by Nicholas Batum.
Nice find by Luke. Shows good vision in both half court and in transition.
Here's Simons. Here's Anthony. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Trailblazers leading by 14. Lillard outside. Now here's McCollum from deep three-point range. Morris with the rebound. Left side, George. Outside for Jackson. Outside, George. No good on the triple. The Trailblazers shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. And Covington stays with it.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. George passes to Jackson. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And Lillard gets double teamed. He dishes it to McCollum. Jackson against Lillard. Clock at 6. Shot from the wing. Here's Nurkic. Kicks it out to McCollum. Stolen by Zubats. Jackson has the open look. Off target from the baseline. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Trailblazers. And finished off by Nurkic.
And uses balance along with fluidity to finish at the rim. Nurkic is a unique big.
Shoots from the line. Here's Zubats. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Zubats has got 4 points in the quarter. Pass to McCollum. We've got 1:48 left in the first half. Clippers trail by 14. Here's Leonard. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make. He is 1 for 4.
Like a gazelle cruising down the court, Kawhi's difficult to stay with in transition.
And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Jones is checked in. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Paul George.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Passes it to McCollum. 1:06 left in the second quarter. Back to Lillard. With the floater, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubats has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
Rondo finds Leonard. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And Covington sends it back. Fires the 3. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Now the pass to Lillard. Leonard with the steal. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Morris passes to Zubats. Back to Morris. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And the dunk by Zubats.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
It's so easy to get run over when you lose even a little edge. Look for them to come out much more aggressive.
Here's Simons. Pass to Powell. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the...
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to... Well, he's been an elite scorer for so long in the league. That's all for now.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You have to like what we've seen from Jones.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Jones is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in its center. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. Covington with the steal. And now here comes Jones leading the break. Here's the lob to Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Paul George. The Trailblazers shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. Lillard, the pass to Covington. Back to Lillard. Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
And Jackson gets it to go.
The defense having to respect Jackson's outside game. That opened up things for him in the inside.
McCollum outside. Nurkic with it. He's got 6. Kicks it to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. Up again, and Covington stays with it. Covington's got his second basket of the night.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
From deep, George. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done for the Trailblazers. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Powell in for McCollum. The Clippers also making some changes. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA continues to build international academies to develop prospects from other countries. Already, academy graduates are playing Division I college basketball. And before long, NBA players should start emerging from that pipeline. The league continues to reach out to find overlooked youngsters who have a gift and give them the opportunity. Guys?
Outstanding, David. Thank you. Leonard on the wing. And there's a minute 45 left in the third quarter. A shot by Batum, no good. Trailblazers leading by 12.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And the defense knows he's relentless. You have to try and match that intensity.
Leonard kicks to Cousins. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. A shot by Batum, no good. For Portland, they've gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half. On the basket by Jones.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Batum. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Batum's got his second bucket of the game to go. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. On the wing, Jones. Dishes it to Cantor. Capri traps in the tray. Simons has got 7.
And ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
You know, the coach has had something to say about that. No question, they've settled in and executed brilliantly.
Cousins, the pass to Leonard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one's on Anthony.
The aggressive approach. Leonard pushing the action, rewarded with the foul call.
Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Here's Simons. 7 points in the game. Deep 2 from Anthony. Tips it. And Covington stays with it. He has 6.
Challenging the defense at the rim. Something he does very well. Excellent tip-in.
And so it's Portland out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And we'll be right back after this. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Kennard is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Batum, and it's Mann in at the 3. Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Clippers trail by 19. Now Kennard. Rondo passes to Batum, and he lobs it up toward the rim. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Zubac, that's good.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
The all-around game Paul George possesses is so special. His versatility is what makes him so valuable.
Zubac finds George. Another shot. Oh, and he pucks it off the glass. Wow.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Outside, Covington. Lillard outside. 6 to shoot. And he makes that one. And the Trailblazers lead by 18.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
Here's George, and George with the stuff.
He's doing what he can do to pull them closer, but it's not enough. He needs more help.
Portland leading by 16. Here is Lillard. In the corner, Powell with it. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
The shot by George, wide open. That doesn't go either for George.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Jones checked in for Portland. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Lillard against Jackson. A 3 ball. And it's Lillard missing. Clippers trail by 18. Leonard, that's for 2. Kept alive. Zubac fires for 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Lillard against Jackson. Now, here's Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. Fires from deep. Bangs home the trifecta. Lillard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, he becomes a major headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond. And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Lillard scanning the floor. No good on that one. And the Clippers will come the other way.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Trailblazers.
They simply ran him off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Robert Covington.
And how many times throughout the course of the evening did he make a momentum-changing play? I thought his relentlessness really keyed their success.
Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Jackson, great anticipation on the steal, then quickly gets them out in transition.
Jackson against Lillard. Steps back and drains the jump shot. And the Trailblazers lead by 19.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. There's the three. And no good. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Derek Jones, and it's Nurkic in at the center. And for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the 5. Holiday, the pass to Giannis. Good D by Covington.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
Holiday, the pass to Lopez. Holiday against Lillard. Holiday gets the bucket.
But when Drew Holiday gets involved in the pick and roll sets like that one there, it's very difficult to guard him. He uses his speed and quickness and change of direction and knocks down the shot.
Now here's Lillard. He gets it in there. And Covington maybe not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
Here's Holiday following the score by Damian Lillard. And Giannis with the basket on the assist by Holiday.
Well, an outstanding floor general right there. Holiday has switched between point guard and off guard, and a great feel for when guys are open.
Now here's McCollum. Back to Lillard. From deep. Giannis grabs the miss. The Bucks have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Holiday with it. Lillard picks him up. Lays it in off a pretty alley-oop.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. Here's Lillard. Pass to McCollum. Lets it go with the 3. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Well, the coach has confidence in CJ taking that shot, and so CJ has confidence in making it.
Inside, it's deflected. Nurkic with the steal. Jones finds McCollum. Poke loose.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. Antetokounmpo trying to break loose. Lopez, no luck.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Wants to get it to Antetokounmpo and does. Holiday surveying the floor. Back to Lopez. And oh boy, a lot of contact there. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And everybody out of the way. I mean, clear the lane. We've got some rims to wrap.
What a sensational play to get to the rack for the slam. Now here's McCollum. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. McCollum's got 5 now.
Well, McCollum has shown the ability to get inside and also finished. It's just how shifty he is.
And Forbes kicks it to Tucker. The pass to Connaughton. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Middleton. From deep 3-point range. That shot missing. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Out of bounds, Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. Antetokounmpo comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Teague in for Bryn Forbes. Second shot opportunity. The shot's good from Cantor.
Like when his motor is running and he's playing with high levels of energy, Cantor is a monster on the offensive glass.
Here's Teague. Pass to Tucker. And a wide open look for Portis. Offline with his three. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Lobs it up for Anthony. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Antetokounmpo passes to Connaughton. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. Powell, no one around him. His three-pointers off the mark. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul. 5 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Teague for 3. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Trailblazers out in front. They lead by 3. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Keep plays alive with your activity. That's what it's about.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. They've got McCollum, Anthony out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the 1. Now here's McCollum. To the left side wing. 5 on the clock. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Bucks. Antetokounmpo comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Teague in for Drew Holiday. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Jones checked in for C.J. McCollum. The shot by Anthony, no good. Bucks trail by 3. Left side, Antetokounmpo. The Bucks working the ball around. Connaughton passes to Portis. No problem on the jumper in close. Portis has got the first basket of the second quarter for Milwaukee. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did.
Well, it's one thing to play good defense, but then to alter the shot and get the rebound, that's a good day's work.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons.
We talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Giving up a run here, can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a 4th? I'm not sure.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Lillard outside. Over onto the Antetokounmpo. The Trailblazers with a new shot clock. Lillard with the bucket.
Yeah, Damian Lillard just working them over right now. One of the smaller guards in the league, but darts around so well to make plays.
Passes it to Middleton. Jacks up a 3. And the rebound by Nurkic. The Trailblazers have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Oh, Covington in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Using that athleticism to convert the alley-oop. Covington is simply a difference maker out there.
On the wing, Holiday. Nurkic with the steal. And now Portland on the break. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for the Bucks. And a switch here also for Portland. McCollum's checked in. Now here's Lillard. Kicks it out to McCollum. And it's out of bounds. Well, they say it was last touched by DiVincenzo. Just 5 to shoot. McCollum passes to Jones. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. The pass to Middleton. A fadeaway. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Holiday makes a fantastic move and nails the shot. And the Bucks lead by 2.
Fundamental play there from Lopez, spotting the open man and then sending him the ball.
Pass to Lillard. Back to McCollum. Clock at 6. Lillard dishes to Covington. No good that time. Good D by Holiday. Pass to DiVincenzo. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Portland. Now, here's Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
You know how you want to tell people don't let Giannis get too close? Well, one step past half court, he's too close.
Lillard against Holiday. Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks' lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Lillard.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Lillard against Holiday. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. And that'll do it for the first half of competitive. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. And Shaq, you bestowed. That's all for now.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the small forward position. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Now here's Covington.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. And they double up Antetokounmpo. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Here's the lob to the hoop. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
Well, really good ball movement on the entire possession, and then CJ getting slick.
And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Here's Lillard following the basket by Brook Lopez. McCollum up top, defended by DiVincenzo. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That's foul number 2 for him. A different look for Milwaukee. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Portland also making some changes. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Norman Powell comes in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. And so it's Milwaukee now. The Blazers getting the bucket. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Guarded by Powell. Here's Connaughton. He has 5. And that one's good by Giannis. Antetokounmpo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
Kicks it to Jones. Covington trying to break free. And the basket by Jones. Jones has got the game tied up here for Portland.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Here's Giannis. And Lopez has it in the corner. Back to Forbes. Lets it go from 11. And another basket for Milwaukee.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
It's Powell on the wing. Right wing. Here's Simons. He's still scoreless so far in this one. It's tipped. Unhindered, going all the way. DiVincenzo hits the bucket. DiVincenzo's got the lead up to 4 now for Milwaukee.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Here's Teague after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Portis finds Antetokounmpo. Back to Portis. Got a hand on it.
That's good footwork from the big man as Kanter aware defensively to get to that one.
And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning Mobile One block a moment ago.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
Now a timeout called by Portland. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Clock at 4. Nice shot by Portis. Portis has got 6 points.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Powell for 3. Good on the triple.
You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot. That's one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Now here's Teague. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Tucker with the ball. Now Anthony defending. Back to Tucker. It's tipped. Passes it to Portis. Crafty move. And he lays it up and in.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Just 4 seconds left to play in the third.
Like the execution there from Cantor. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Bucks ahead, leading by a point. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Anthony in at the three, the small forward. And Portland has possession following the bucket by the Bucks. Nurkic in the post, guarded by Tucker. Nurkic can't hit. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Lopez is checked in. Garrett Jones, he's checked in for Portland.
They don't want to leave Middleton from that area. His mid-range game is on fire, draining those shots often.
Lillard against Holiday. Now here's Lillard, guarded closely. The layup off target. And an intentional foul right there. Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Bucks. Here's Middleton. Giannis inside. Anthony on him. And Giannis gets it to go on the assist by Middleton. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And last season, Giannis Antetokounmpo welcoming his first child into the world.
And maybe now an MVP at home as a most valuable papa. The mother of his son was a volleyball player in her day. So you got to think, as this kid grows up, maybe the recruits are sending letters already.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Terry Stotts went over with his team. He's pleased that they're getting consistent points in the paint. He said, in this league, it's not easy to do what you guys are doing. Let's just keep doing it until they stop us. Kevin?
Now, here's Nurkic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Stolen by Middleton. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep. And he'll shoot 2 at the line. And free throw good from Holiday.
And as much as Holiday brings to your offense, it's his defense that's repeatedly recognized.
Well, when you make all NBA defensive teams and you're smart and strong and quick like Drew Holiday is, I think not only does the reputation start to build, but your confidence in disrupting somebody else by playing that way is something you rely on.
Here is Lillard following the three-pointer by Chris Middleton. Kicks it out to Jones. No good, unable to end this run.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Now here is Holiday. Shots good by Middleton.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here is Lillard. Taken away by Holiday. And Middleton with a clear path to the hoop. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. You look at Antetokounmpo really making a difference here.
And they simply have no answer right now for what he's doing to them. He is making them pay.
Robert Covington's checked in for Anthony. Now here's Lillard. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And thanks to that bucket, he's finally able to stop that little 15-0 run by Milwaukee.
Holiday against Lillard. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And he makes the first.
So many things have changed around Drew Holiday. The one thing that's been a constant is that he's a hard worker, such a great all-around player who likes to be a leader, and he has been for this ball club.
Now, here's Lillard. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
That free throw good from Holiday. Both free throws good from Drew Holiday. Trailblazers trail by 16. Lillard scanning the floor. It fails to fall. Now shooting just a little better than 50%. 5 for 9. And they go to the intentional foul. And the first one at the line is good. Both free throws good from Holiday. The Trailblazers have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Outside, Jones. And there's the pass to Nurkic. Right side, Covington. 4 on the shot clock. Bucket is good. And it's 6 points for Robert Covington.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Bucks.
And it may be a comfortable win for them, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Drew Holiday.
And with all these assists, it's obvious how well that he can see the entirety of the floor out there. If an easy bucket is to be had, he'll find it.
Now here's Middleton. Lopez finds Middleton. Lillard against Holiday. Middleton with it. Back to Holiday. Shoots over Lillard. Here's Lopez. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. And the Bucks lead by 19.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game. But once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Holiday up top. He's guarded by Nurkic. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. They poured it. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up for And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting matchups tonight. Hello and welcome, everyone. Thanks so much. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the small forward. And for the Clippers, Jackson is out there with Paul George. And it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here is Holiday. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Lopez finds DiVincenzo. Middleton for 3. He can't get it to go. And the Clippers will come the other way. Outside for George. On the wing, Jackson. Back to George. Shot clock at 5. The putback. It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's Milwaukee now. About a minute played so far here in the first. Giannis inside. Working on Zubac. Here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Set him up well there. Brook Lopez showing his vision and willingness as a passer.
Jackson against Holiday. Here's Zubac. Outside for George. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And the dunk by Zubac.
Tell you what, George has gotten very good in the pick and roll. Actually pretty deceptive when he's running the pick and roll. When you anticipate him pulling up for the shot, he'll take the defense by surprise with the slick pass to an open teammate.
Now here's Lopez. Here's Holiday. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Middleton. Offensive rebound.
Really, you know what? Trying to keep Antetokounmpo off the glass, that's a tough assignment because he's long and he can leap.
Here's Jackson. Here's George. And the wide open shot from Morris. Zubac the pass to Morris. Kicks it out to Leonard. DiVincenzo against George. Morris, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first for Los Angeles. They've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Jackson down low, guarded by Holiday. And the dunk by Zubac. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. You think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question, and believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right now.
No, we don't do that.
Clippers trail by 4. Now George. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Oh, Morris in position.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
58 seconds left to play in the first. Giannis outside. Kicks it down to Middleton. No good on the 3.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going in this quarter.
And Antetokounmpo's 7'3" wingspan, extraordinary. I mean, he's effective in rejecting shots, bothering shots, and stealing the ball.
Now here's Leonard.
Watch out now when this guy gets into a rhythm. It is something to behold.
Milwaukee's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. The pass to Lopez. With the shot. Antetokounmpo, no good. Left side, George. Leonard, the pass to Morris. Back to Leonard. Tie game in Los Angeles. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second, they've got Antetokounmpo. E.J. Tucker is out there with Portis. And it's Connaughton in at the shooting guard position. Tucker with the ball. And Batum picks him up defensively. And Giannis throws it down.
And Antetokounmpo is really an absolute terror in the open floor. I mean, love seeing a guy his size run the floor the way he does. Wow, impressive.
Now here's Beverly. Not a lot of room. Cousins against Portis. And Cousins kicks to Beverly. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
And that one's good from Connaughton.
Boy, I love the unselfishness there. I mean, if you're open, Antetokounmpo, make sure you get the ball.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And the Clippers making a change here. Man's checked in. Cousins. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Bucks leading by 4. Now here's Teague. Outside Portis. Knocked away. And they're pushing it up. Cousins dishes to Batum. Back to Cousins. Pass to Kennard. The feed to Cousins. Back to Kennard. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
Boy, a very capable passer. DeMarcus Cousins does a solid job recognizing where to go with the ball.
Teague with the ball. He's picked up by Rondo. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Here's Forbes. Pass to Portis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. If you go a step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Rondo against Teague. Passes it to Man. Down low. Trying to find Batum. He's got it now. Cousins finds Rondo. 5 to shoot. Man passes to Rondo. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. For the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Cousins. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Rajon Rondo. And it's Teague with the ball, but he brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks.
And that corner three, a cornerstone of P.J. Tucker's game. Takes and makes them as much as anybody in the...
And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Teague against Beverly. As Portis controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Bucks lead by 3.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Batum finds Beverly. That misses, had a chance to tie it there. And Teague, here we go. It's good. Now it's a 5-point Bucks lead.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Beverly, the pass to Zubac. Back to Beverly. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Tremendous focus from the little man, Patrick Beverly, there.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Teague. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Teague's got his second bucket.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Adding to their lead, and you see that field goal percentage for the game steadily heading north.
Beverly against Teague. It's stolen by Teague. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 10 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. Thanks for joining.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. I mean, they've got to do a better job boxing out.
We've got Marcus Morris. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Terrific score there off the miss by Morris. Doesn't get a ton of offensive rebounds, but making that one count.
Lopez outside. Holiday, no one around him. That 3 off the mark.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
George passes to Jackson. And Leonard has it in the corner. On the wing, Jackson, guarded by Holiday. Jackson dishes to Morris. Puts it up from 12. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Zubac. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And the Clippers making a switch here. Rondo's checked in. Holiday with it. And Holiday throws it down.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the charts.
And George kicks to Rondo. Holiday against George. Outside for Rondo. Just 5 to shoot. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Morris, no good.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Shots good by Middleton.
Yeah, you know, when you shoot the ball as well as Middleton does, you want to be hungry in looking for your shots. I mean, shot hungry is a good thing when you've got the stroke that he has, mid-range and long distance.
Rondo passes to Cousins. Almost, but it rolls out.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Holiday with the 3. Cousins pulls it in. Clippers trail by 7. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Milwaukee making a switch. Forbes checked in. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Lopez against Cousins. Lopez kicks to DiVincenzo. Lobbed up there for Lopez. And now here's Rondo, the fast break opportunity. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. To the paint. Lopez finds Middleton. 5 on the clock. From deep. And the Bucks miss again.
Yeah, I tell you what, for him, this has been a game to forget. But somehow they still find themselves with the lead.
It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Middleton leading the charge. Took him no time at all on that one. Middleton's got the lead up to 7 now for the Bucks. Rondo against Giannis. Outside, George. He dishes it to Cousins. Rondo with a clean look. But they recover it. George up top. Defended by DiVincenzo. Just 5 on the clock. Rondo dishes to Cousins. Good D by Lopez.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
And the 3 ball is good. And now it's a 10-point Milwaukee lead.
He wasn't able to get his name in the score sheet in the first half. But he looks like he's starting to find his comfort zone here.
George passes to Rondo. There's 39 seconds left in the third quarter. George double teamed. Feeds to Morris. Lets it go from 11. That ball's nice feed that time from George. George has got his 3rd assist on the night. The pass to Forbes. Pass to Giannis. In the corner, Middleton with it. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Man, it's obvious that Middleton has great confidence. I mean, you can just see it oozing out of him. He's so good at catching the defense off balance and knocking down the catch-and-shoot jump shot.
Chris Middleton has been on display for the Milwaukee Bucks. He got into double digits for the... And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. On the court for the Bucks, Antetokounmpo out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Teague. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Connaughton in at the two guard. Stolen by Jackson. And here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop. Rebound, Milwaukee. Left side, Antetokounmpo. Outside, Portis. With the putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Bucks lead by 13.
And, you know, that's the hustle and nose for the ball that P.J. Tucker possesses. You've got to get a body on him.
Beverly with the ball. Picked up by Teague. Pass to Kennard. Shot clock at 6. On the wing, Jackson. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Bucks leading by 13. And here is Teague. Pass to Portis. Back to Teague. Antetokounmpo with the ball. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Portis can't get it to go.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
And he banks in the layup.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
Teague, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Here's Portis. Zubac's defending. Portis in the post. Working on Zubac. Misses from close range. Jackson in the corner. High post, Zubac. And it's Beverly missing. For Milwaukee, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. The kick out to Teague. Those three-pointers off the mark. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Teague against Jackson. Teague, the pass to Portis. Back to Teague. Now the pass to Antetokounmpo. Here's Connaughton. Here's Tucker. And it's good off the back rim and in. Tucker's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, filling out the defense, Tucker gets the look he wants from mid-range.
The drive by Jackson. Pass to Zubac. Shoots from 12. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Back to Connaughton. Beyond the arc. No good on the shot. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And stolen by Jeff Teague. Portis drives in. Count it. Portis has got the lead up to 13 now for the Bucks. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Milwaukee.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. That's just pure effort and hustle. And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that. Boy, defense non-existent there, but they catch a break as he whiffs it.
Connaughton. Milwaukee the rebound. Antetokounmpo kicks it to Tucker. The kick out to Teague. No good with the triple. 32 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Milwaukee with the ball. This is the most they've led by 13 points. Middleton outside. From deep three-point range, It's hauled in by Zubac. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exit.
So no problem for me. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. some injury. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 roaming the paint. And for the Clippers, Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George, and it's Jackson in at the 1 spot. Lillard finds Powell, an emphatic alley-oop jam. Terrific talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Here's Lillard. Rebound by the Clippers.
D playing soft off him. He might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jumper.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. And George kicks to Leonard. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Jackson passes to George. 6 to shoot. Had the space there, but it's offline.
He makes a lot more of those than he misses. Not sure what threw him off right there.
Back to Covington. Teardrop shot. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
I mean, look, he's evolved as a passer over the course of his career. Get to the right spot, McCollum will find you.
The Trailblazers shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
Jackson against Lillard. Kicks it out to Leonard. Pass to Zubac. The 15-footer. And the rebound by Nurkic. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's McCollum. Banked in off the glass.
A nice start for them offensively. 3 of 4 to kick things off.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And there's the pass to Zubac. Nobody near Leonard. And the Clippers miss again.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Jackson against Lillard. Clippers trail by 5. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. It's good.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
McCollum with the ball. Passes to Lillard. And then Lillard slams it in.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. This team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
They get it again.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
The Clippers trail. George looking around. Here's Zubac. Morris trying to free himself up. Zubac, that's good. Zubac has got his second bucket of the night.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
And Covington gets it to go on the assist by Lillard. Covington's got 5.
And what unselfish play from Lillard. This guy has no problem giving it up, especially when his teammate's wide open.
Here's George. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Kennard, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Reggie Jackson. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Jones checked in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Here's Rondo. Tries again. Kennard on the wing. Here's George. And he uses the glass on the layup.
As good as he is at creating his own shot, Kennard is also a solid distributor. Doesn't miss the open man when he spots it.
Lobs it up for Cantor. And he lays in the alley-oop.
And that log came from a mile away, and it was right on the money.
Talk about a long-distance connection. Batum passes to George. With 1 on the clock. And so it's Portland bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their defense. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Guys, what stands out from the Blazers so far?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
They've got DeMarcus Cousins. Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's Kennard in at the 2. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Here's Kennard. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. A shot by Batum. No good. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That is his first foul of the game. Trailblazers leading by 9. Here's Simons. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Trying to find Jones. He gets it to him. Anthony right side. Here's Simons. Back to Anthony. Shot clock at 5. Rejected by Cousins.
And the defense of Cousins making his presence known with the quick leaping ability which he uses to block shots.
Kennard's shot is off. The Trailblazers shooting has been sensational. 75% for the game. And the basket by Jones.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 11-point game.
Now, you know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers' rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a rollout on this team.
Kennard for 3. Rondo kicks to Batum. On the money from 12 feet away.
Well, that just speaks to the confidence Batum has in himself. He likes to catch and shoot, Jay, because it catches defenders off their guard.
And Simon's a bit undersized at that 2-guard position. Only 6'3", but a natural 2 with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point.
And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Rajon Rondo. Simons, the pass to Powell. He kicks it to Cantor. Back to Powell. And the rejection by Cousins. Swiped away. Jumps up, and the dunk by Powell.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
Here's Rondo. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Simons surveying the D. Lobs it up for Anthony. Deflects the pass. Leonard with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. Batum's running. That one goes. Counted. Batum's got his second basket of the night.
And the long legs of Batum, that's what allows him to leak out so quickly in transition. He runs the floor like a Jaguar.
Powell dishes to Anthony. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. Looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Jones. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Here's Anthony. That's tipped. Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's Morris. And Covington sends it back. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. On defense, the Trailblazers, they've held a 12-point lead earlier.
The size and intimidating presence of Nurkic, I mean, it provides on defense. It's just huge. Awesome at throwing off shooters.
And it's Anthony with the jam.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Here's Mann. Rebound by Nurkic. Trailblazers leading by 11. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Anthony down low. Guarded by Jackson. And Anthony gets it to go. Anthony's got 5 points so far. Now Beverly. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Nurkic with the block.
Oh, this is the impact Nurkic makes on the defensive end. Effective at reaching out and stifling shooters.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Their poise has been tremendous. I mean, excellent at both ends.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome. And he doesn't get talked about that much, but Yusuf Nurkic, big. Thanks for joining us.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Teams have dynasties, the 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3 slot. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Just 4 to shoot.
Oh, man. Jackson is just a pesky defender. Does a phenomenal job at getting a hand up in the face of shooters.
Clippers trail by 17. George passes to Jackson. Outside Leonard. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got 6.
Nice play by George. This is what size on the wing gives you, the option to pick your spot anywhere on the floor.
Here's Lillard. Nurkic finds Lillard. And good. He got the English that time as it falls. He's got 8.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
George against McCollum. Good.
And that's why you love Morris, because he is just a total team player. Not only an extraordinary screener, but a superb roller as well.
Pass to Powell. And here's Nurkic. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Trailblazers lead by 17.
Man, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
George passes to Zubac. Jackson against Lillard. Jackson kicks to Morris. Outside Leonard. Wants to get it to Morris and does. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington. For the Clippers, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Marcus Morris. Luke Kennard comes in for Leonard. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson. And then for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Jones comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. And the Clippers making a change here. Beverly's checked in. And Portland with a change here too. Anthony's checked in. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And he lobs it up.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Oh, just a dream scenario for them so far. Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Batum passes to Kennard. To the left wing. Zubac finds Kennard. Drills it from outside. Kennard's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And the range of Kennard's shot just keeps getting better. He's a real threat at the arc.
1:43 left in the third. To the inside, McCollum. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You got to stay down on the pump fake. Once McCollum has you fooled, the rest is simple.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Mann's checked in, and so McCollum nails both of them. Clippers trail by 18. Pass to Kennard. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And now Portland on the break. McCollum with the ball. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Even though he's undersized, McCollum is just a tenacious scorer. He's a confident shooter that can catch fire quickly.
Kennard on the wing. Defended by Jones. And the pass to Mann. Just 5 on the clock. Zubac in the post. He's against Kanter. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. The 3 from Anthony. Batum grabs the miss. Batum's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Mann. And the shot goes in. Mann's got his first basket of the night. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. Outside, Jones. Passes it to Simons. Throws it up high. And Jones slams it in.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Kennard's shot is off. Trailblazers leading by 20. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Beverly against Jones. Out to the wing. Anthony down low. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Batum is out there with Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George, and it's Mann in at the shooting guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things, winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
George passes to Mann. Out to the right wing. Batum wide open. He fires. No good on the triple.
Oh, defensive breakdown, and they can't capitalize. He'll hit that shot almost every time.
Lillard dishes to Covington. Stolen by Beverley. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Lillard, the pass to Covington. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. The three-pointer is right on target.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
George, no good. The Trailblazers shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. Lillard fires away from way outside. It's good on the putback.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And Beverley kicks to George. Gets the three-pointer to fall. George has got 4 points this quarter.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverley, just dishing the ball to the wide open man.
And George gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. So, for the Clippers, Leonard, he's checked in for Batum. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverley. And Portland with a change here, too. Nurkic is checked in. Mann passes to George. And George with the stuff.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
And Lillard kicks to Powell. Portland again missing. Clippers trail by 21. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Portland. Portland's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Here is Lillard. Shoots the three. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip. 5 for 10. Here's Jackson. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Jackson's got his first basket.
Now, whenever Jackson is driving, the D is nervous. He is just brilliant at completing his drive to the rack.
Lillard against Jackson. There's the triple. Lillard misses. Clippers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. And George, here we go. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Powell's got his 4th rebound in this one. McCollum passes to Nurkic. With a step back. The Clippers grab the miss. 1:21 left in the fourth quarter.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Trailblazers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Damian Lillard.
Well, he had a hand in just about everything they did tonight. I mean, he just didn't take a single possession off on either end. He was the complete package.
And George, here we go.
And, guys, George puts pressure on an opponent at both ends of the court. Lockdown D at one, aggressive to get his own at the other.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And George drops them both. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. They have a 19-point lead. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
That's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals it.
And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it has to be frustrating to catch fire when the game is already over. I mean, this is not the outcome they want.
Here's Simons, defended by Beverly from deep. That shot, no good.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. Well, Bucks coming into the arena confident they'll be walking out. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Now the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3, the small forward. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the center position. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Some veterans on these teams, Clark. What are you looking for and how that will impact the game?
Well, I think both of these teams have a really solid roster. And I love the blend of experience and youth. When you have NBA experience on the floor, there's just a level of play that you see at the defensive end that makes it enjoyable for me. So I think that's what we'll see tonight. Experienced pros getting after it.
Here's Holiday following the score by Damian Lillard. And Holiday kicks to DiVincenzo. Six on the shot clock. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Covington against Antetokounmpo. Lillard attacking. Bucket is good. Lillard's got his second basket.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
Holiday, the pass to Giannis. To the middle. Holiday finds Giannis. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
Boy, the added work in the weight room for Giannis coming into play there. I mean, you got to send an army to try to stop this guy.
It's tipped. Here's McCollum. Back to Lillard. And stolen by DiVincenzo. Lopez drives in. He dishes it to Giannis. Middleton outside. Here's Ante. Oh!
My goodness. How about the flash by Antetokounmpo? I mean, just an insanely talented athlete who loves to punish that rim.
Now here's McCollum. And there's Lillard on the assist by McCollum. Lillard's got 6.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Giannis outside. Here's Lopez. Great D that time from Nurkic. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's Covington. The rebound by Middleton.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Bucks passing it around. Yep, it counts. He has 6.
When he's on the floor, Antetokounmpo makes good things happen inside. I mean, he's got so much size and skill. A lot for the defense to try to contend with.
Now here's McCollum. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And stolen by DiVincenzo. Middleton the pass to Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
Middleton, a scorer by nature, that time showing you he can find his teammates too.
Trailblazers trail by 4. Lillard outside. And then Lillard slams it in.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
So for the Trailblazers, Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Jones checked in for Portland. And Forbes kicks to Giannis. throws it down as the official call. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to have a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And Portis throws it down.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Well, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
McCollum, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
1 second left, and Cantor throws it down.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G.A., the kick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. The Bucks on top. They lead by 6. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Milwaukee.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
They also haven't been afraid to take it strong to the hoop early on tonight. I like that.
Derek Jones is out there with Anthony. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Outside Teague. Makes it off the glass. Teague's got his first 2 points of the night.
Yeah, you could see how Teague was probing the defender there, seeing if he could catch him leaning and drive to the rim. Nicely done.
Here's Simons. Teague covering. Got a piece of it. They recover it. Bucks leading by 6. Here's Connaughton. C.J. McCollum comes up with a rebound. 4-on-3 break. Here's Kanter. No good on that one. Great D that time from Portis. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Norman Powell comes in for McCollum, and it's Damian Lillard in for Anthony Simons. And here's Lillard, who brings it up for Portland. They trail by 6. Here's Anthony. The shot off that time. So Milwaukee, they'll take it the other way. Portis kicks to Antetokounmpo, and so they foul intentionally. So for the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Enes Kanter. And Robert Covington subbed in for Jones. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Chris Middleton comes in for Antetokounmpo. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Ben Connaughton. And it's Holiday in for Jeff Teague. Anthony down low, defended by Middleton. Bucks leading by 8, down low. And he commits the intentional foul. You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. You know, Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to effecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. Here's Holiday. Got it. Good job in the low post. Holiday's got the lead up to 8 now for Milwaukee.
Oh, a nifty finisher. You didn't think Holiday would back down inside, did you?
The shot by Lillard, wide open. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Holiday, the pass to Middleton. Back to Holiday. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Anthony lays it up off the glass. And now it's just a 4-point Bucks lead.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Holiday goes in. Lopez passes to Middleton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's good. 2 points.
I think Middleton is absolutely dynamic and when he's involved in the pick and roll. He's really skilled at his decision making. He knows when to pass and when to shoot.
In the corner, Powell with it. Anthony, the pass to Nurkic. Holiday against Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
Here's Holiday. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
A different look now for Portland. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Anthony. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Milwaukee also making some changes. Antetokounmpo's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. And that one drops for him. Giannis has got 16.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Here's the break. Middleton inside the 3-point line. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And now a 10-point Bucks lead. Here's McCollum. And it is good at the buzzer. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 16 points and 2 rebounds. That's all for now.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5, roaming the paint. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Nice bit of trickery there from Chris Middleton. He knows exactly how to effectively use that shot fake.
The Bucks shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
Middleton hits them both.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
I got yours.
Lillard against Holiday. Lillard left side over Holiday. That one a little long. Milwaukee leading by 10. On the wing, Holiday. Offline with his 3. The Trailblazers shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. On the wing, Holiday. Covered by Lillard. Covington against Lopez. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Clock at 6. To the paint. It's tipped. The 9-foot shot. And he hits the jump shot. Lopez has got the lead up to 12 now for the Bucks.
Just like clockwork, Lopez doing damage inside.
Lillard outside. That one, no good. Holiday with the defensive effort. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Cantor checked in for the Trailblazers. Jones comes in for Norman Powell. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile one block.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Passes it to Lopez. Back to Holiday. Antetokounmpo looking it over. And the double up Antetokounmpo. The wide open look here for Lopez. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Lopez has got 4 points in the quarter.
And a nice job from Lopez to catch and shoot in a fluid motion. And for a guy as big as he is, that's really impressive.
With Samart. Second chance effort. Cantor dishes to Lillard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one is on Holiday.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Anthony's checked in. Portis, he's checked in for the Bucks. Pat Connaughton comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Bucks lead by 14.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them. Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
And Holiday kicks to Middleton. Off target from outside. Trailblazers have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Simons, he's checked in for Damian Lillard. Milwaukee also making some changes. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know
but, it. You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams and players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Pass to Connaughton. Here's Nora. Off target from three-point range.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You know, Carmelo Anthony is a special player, guys. A bulky, small forward with a quick trigger release and elite score.
And Portland making a change here. Powell's checked in.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Here's Jones, and then Jones with the jam.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
You know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive. No quitting these guys.
Teague, the pass to Norrell. And Connaughton has it in the corner. And the Bucks miss again. And Portland with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Powell. Milwaukee with the rebound. They've led by as many as 14 points. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Simons. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And so it's Milwaukee in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where... And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. A moment now to reset the lineups brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Robert Covington out there with Anthony. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Powell in at the 2-guard spot.
And for a point guard, Lillard has some hops. Outstanding at knowing when to use them for the dunk.
Middleton outside. Pass to Connaughton. It's deflected. Powell with the steal. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Middleton outside. And Tucker has it in the corner. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. And that'll be his third foul so far. McCollum's checked in for Portland. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Holiday in for Jeff Teague. Here's Lillard. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. Now here's Covington. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Lillard scanning the floor. No good on the 3. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for Milwaukee. 4-point game. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed in there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Holiday finds Middleton. Bucks passing it around. 5 to shoot. Giannis drives in.
Boy, he's a lockdown defender, has been since he's been in the league. Active and assertive and smart in how he defends, too. Covington getting it done.
Nice spin off the left rim and in. Lillard's got 6 points in the quarter. For Milwaukee, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Giannis left side. DiVincenzo passes to Antetokounmpo for 3. Middleton. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 6th rebound on the night. On up the court. That ties the game. Covington's got his first 2 points.
Man, I tell you what, you just really got to admire and respect the fearlessness of Covington. Never backs away from taking a crucial shot.
Holiday. And Damian Lillard pulls it down. And here's Portland. Big stretch here going 10-2. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession.
McCollum's carved out an impressive NBA career for himself, and I think he's still ascending. He was the 10th pick in the 2013 NBA draft. He's still got plenty of upside.
Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Middleton dishes to Giannis. Covington with the steal. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Here's Kanter. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 5 assists in the game. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance here for the Trailblazers?
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
2 free throws cut, and here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. We're double-checking, and the game continues on.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team during the break. He told his guys the inside game is working, so stick with it. That means posting, slashing, getting to the rim, whatever produces these high-percentage looks. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. Here's Lillard. Here's the Trailblazers with the ball. They're on a 16-4 run right now. That shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
Middleton for 3. And it's Portland with the rebound.
To cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
And now we've got the intentional foul. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're trailing by 6. 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. And so it's Milwaukee with it. And so Milwaukee again turning it over.
I think he may have forced that pass when there was really no reason to.
There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Lets the 3 fly. And the rebound goes to Lopez. And here's Middleton. And so it's Portland winning this one. A confident. All right, David, great job.
But they've got to hold strong.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. And it's Jackson in at the 1. And for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And it should be a good one tonight, Steve. 2 teams in the playoff conversation.
This is where, Kevin, we see the talent is there on both sides. Also now, this is where coaching can make the difference, putting players in position to come out on top.
And so the Milwaukee Bucks get the first points of the ballgame. Jackson passes to Leonard. A three-pointer, no good.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
It wasn't that long ago that Holiday suffered some injuries that had people concerned about his future.
Greg, some injuries are bad luck. We do know this. Jrue Holiday's physical, he's fearless, and he doesn't know any other way to play. But thankfully, he's battled through, and he is still playing at an all-star level.
Outside for Jackson. He feeds it to Morris. Jackson looking around. 4 on the clock. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Tips it. Great positioning on the putback.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tipping.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Now here's Jackson. There's the dish to Morris.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a little. Surprising, given that Morris is a solid shooter and a pretty good defender and rebounder.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. And he knocks down the first one. And Morris drops them both. Here's Giannis. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Outside Holiday. Back to Giannis. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday.
The underrated vision of Holiday. I like it when he's distributing, and I think his coach does as well.
Leonard attacking, and the rejection by Giannis.
3 straight misses to begin this contest, and already starting to look frustrated.
Middleton outside. From outside the arc, trains the three-pointer.
I mean, beautiful execution of the game plan offensively. So far, they are hitting 80% from the field.
Now here's Jackson. Takes it out to Leonard. Wants to get it to Zubac, and does. Over Lopez. That one off the back iron and out.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
And the Bucks making a change here. Connaughton's checked in. The Clippers also making some changes. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Now here's Middleton. Got a piece of it. Batum with the steal. Leonard attacking, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
The evolution of Leonard's game, making things happen with the dribble drive.
Holiday against Rondo. Inside, Connaughton. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Fast break, here they come. Here's Leonard. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, he's a guy who is built for these kind of plays. DeMarcus using his size and skill to full advantage.
Holiday surveying the floor. Back to Giannis. Shot clock at 6. Middleton. It's good on the putback.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Outside Rondo. Three-pointer. that shot off, and Milwaukee will come the other way. Holiday, no one around him. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Outside, George. Floats it up for Cousins. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Holiday with it. He's picked up by Rondo. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
Outside, George. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Rondo against Holiday. There's the pass to Giannis. He kicks to Middleton. Here's Lopez. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
One of the best defenders in the NBA, Paul George displays strong timing and discipline.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
And you know this, most of the time, offensive rebounds generate high percentage looks.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for the Bucks, P.J. Tucker is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Teague. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Connaughton in at the shooting guard. Here's Antetokounmpo. Following the basket by DeMarcus Cousins. And the rejection by Cousins. Here's Portis.
When DeMarcus Cousins is blocking shots, this defense takes on a whole different attitude.
And great hustle to turn that block shot into a fast break opportunity. Big time play on both ends.
Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully he can stay healthy this go around.
Teague, the pass to Portis. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Portis has got his first bucket of the night.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
Now, here's Kennard. He's covered closely. Beverly finds Kennard. Here's Batum. Passes it to Beverly. Shoots over Tucker. And it's Beverly missing.
And Kennard's moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively. And at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign.
Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
Three terrific kids. You're right. Chris Middleton's checked in for Pat Connaughton. The Clippers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And that one misses.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Kennard against DiVincenzo. Kennard, the pass to man. To the inside. It's deflected.
Great size by Bobby Portis. Would love to see him block more shots, but he got all of that one.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Here's Middleton. DiVincenzo passes to Portis. DiVincenzo against Kennard. Tucker can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 7. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Now here's Middleton. 5 points in the game. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Jackson passes to Mann. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Pass to Portis. Here is Forbes, guarded by Jackson. DiVincenzo passes to Forbes. Back to DiVincenzo. And the 3 off target. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 5-point game. Count that one.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
Pass to DiVincenzo. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Middleton the pass to Tucker. It's hauled in by Zubats.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim. Some coaches might not like taking the 3 on the fast break, but he had the open look and buried it.
Middleton outside. Takes a 3. The shot misses.
Trying to get his man back.
Tie game in Milwaukee. Time now for the halftime break with
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. Well, for Milwaukee, Kenny, give us your take.
You have to love a team that pounds the offensive glass.
And that's our...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. The Clippers shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. Taking a look at Los Angeles, they've got Ivica Zubats. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Reggie Jackson, and it's George in at the 2-guard spot. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting reasonably well, 45%. Here's Antetokounmpo, and the layup's good off the glass. Giannis has got 8 points.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
Now here's Jackson. Kicks it to George. Count it. Good. George has got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Outside Holiday. The pass to DiVincenzo. And now the Clippers on the break. Jackson's got the ball. And George with the stuff.
Smooth off the bounce with the strength to finish through contact. Paul George showing us how it's done.
Holiday up top, guarded by Jackson. Holiday gets the bucket.
Now that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
George against DiVincenzo. Now here's George. He's tightly guarded. 6 to shoot. It's Jackson with the drive. Zubats gets to Jackson.
The burst of Jackson makes him a hard guy to stick with and difficult not to foul him.
The Clippers shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Milwaukee. And then for the Clippers, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Zubac. Patrick Beverley comes in for George. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Marcus Morris. And Giannis gets it to go. 10 points for him.
Terrific game plan coming out of halftime. A perfect 3 for 3 from the field.
Outside Leonard. And he lays it straight in. Leonard's got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. Basket counts. Lopez has got 6.
Can't let Lopez get comfortable down low. The second he does, there's no stopping.
Beverly feeling it out a bit. Dishes it to Jackson. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Here's Rondo with the tip. It's good on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 2.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Outside Holiday. Pass to Connaughton. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Batum brings the double team. And Lopez throws it down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
This is a close-knit group. They feed off one another's energy.
And here are the Clippers now, following the bucket by the Bucks. Beverly with the ball. He's picked up by Lopez. And Beverly kicks to Leonard, and the shot is good.
Every organization needs team-first guys like Patrick Beverley. That's a terrific pass.
There's 53 seconds left in the third. Pass to DiVincenzo. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Now the Clippers moving it up. Rondo with the ball.
One of the more instinctive passers over the last decade. Rondo quickly locates the open man.
And here's Holiday. Pass to DiVincenzo. Left side, Antetokounmpo. Can't get it to fall. Los Angeles leading by 4. Now the pass to Batum. Outside Jackson. Here's Leonard. He kicks it to Beverly. Back to Leonard. And that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. And we've reached the end of the third. Clippers lead by 4. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. At the forward spots, it's the 2 Antetokounmpos, Thanasis, and Giannis. Then there's Bobby Portis. Then there's Teague. And it's Connaughton in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Here's Giannis.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Now, here's Kennard. In the corner, George with it. Offensive rebound, and that one is off. The Bucks trail. Here's Portis, and Portis throws it down.
Look, you can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
Yeah, the reason is they tied it up, but it took a lot of focus and a lot of energy. We'll see if they can sustain this effort.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Pat Connaughton. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in. Another shot. Here's George. Zubac finds George. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
That's just being out of sync and at the worst time, costly.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Portis, the pass to Teague. Back to Portis. To take the lead. Feeds it to Tucker. The shot will not fall. And it's Batum with the ball. Bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Looking to get on the board here in the fourth still. And Beverly kicks to Batum. Inside, Beverly. Oh, that's blocked. And he gets it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Bucks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Outside Portis. And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
One shot.
And the technical free throw is good.
And as you would expect from the way he plays, Teague is a terrific free throw shooter.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Middleton for 3. Rebound by the Clippers. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. The shot by George wide open. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
So reliable. They've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
Outside Holiday. And he drops it in from the low post.
When momentum is crucial, Holiday steps up his level of play.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Passes to Zubac. Kennard finds Beverly. Goes back up. Outside for Batum. Zubac trying to break loose. A shot by Batum, no good. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is checked in for Batum. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Patrick Beverly. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Luke Kennard. Now here is Holiday. Antetokounmpo looking it over. A shot by Middleton, wide open. Misses the J after tricking the D with the nifty pass. Here's Morris. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. And the Clippers lead by 1.
Yeah, important points from Morris. When he's feeling it, he'll step up and take control.
Giannis outside. 1:05 left in the game. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%. Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Jackson passes to George. Morris, left side. The feed now to Jackson. Down low. Morris trying to free himself up, and it's George missing. On the wing, Holiday. Defended by George. Holiday against George. Middleton on the wing. Antetokounmpo trying to free himself up. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
Jackson against Holiday. And the rejection by Zubats. Los Angeles calls timeout. They're down by 1. 1 second left in the fourth quarter. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Steve Smith. Break.